Show me some love. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
8th grade, Unit 5, Lesson 14, Finding Cylinder Dimensions. Problem number 1. Complete the table with all the missing information about 3 different cylinders. Let's look at the base of the cylinder first. They ask about the diameter of the base and the area of the base. Since it's a cylinder, it has a circle as the base. So to find the area of a circle, we need to multiply pi times r squared. When the diameter is 4, the radius is 2. We'll use 3.14 to represent pi. So the area will be 3.14 times 2 squared. 2 squared is the same as 2 times 2, so the area will be 3.14 times 2 times 2, or 12 56/100 units squared. Next, we need to find the volume of this cylinder. To find the volume, we need to multiply pi times r squared times the height. The volume is 12 56/100 times 10, since the height is 10. The volume is 125 6/10 units cubed. The diameter of the base of this next cylinder is 6 units. If the diameter is 6, the radius is 3, so 3.14 times 3 squared, or 3.14 times 9. The area of this base is 28 26/100 units squared. They've given us the volume. Now we have to figure out what the height is. The formula for finding the volume of a cylinder is pi times r squared times height. So we need to figure out what height times r squared equals 63. 63 divided by r squared should give us the height. The radius is 3, so r squared is 3 times 3, or 9. 63 divided by 9 gives us the height. And 63 divided by 9 is 7, so the height of this cylinder must be 7 units tall. Problem number 2. A cylinder has volume 45 times pi and radius 3. What is its height? We can use the volume of a cylinder and the information they gave us to help figure out the height. Volume equals pi times r squared times the height. It says that the volume is 45 times pi. The radius squared times the height equals 45. The radius is 3, so 3 squared, or 3 times 3, is 9. What number times 9 equals 45? 5 times 9 equals 45. That means that the height of this cylinder is 5 units. Problem number 3. 3 cylinders have a volume of 2,826 centimeters cubed. Cylinder A has a height of 900 centimeters. Cylinder B has a height of 225 centimeters. Cylinder C has a height of 100 centimeters. Find the radius of each cylinder. Use 3.14 as an approximation for pi. Each of these 3 cylinders have the same volume, but the radius of their base are different and their height are different. As the height increases, the radius is going to decrease. As their height decreases, their radius is going to increase. The formula for finding the volume of a cylinder is pi times r squared times height. The height of the first cylinder is 900 centimeters. The height of the second cylinder is 225 centimeters. And the height of the third cylinder is 100 centimeters. We can figure out the radius by getting r squared alone or by itself. To do this, we need to divide both sides of the equation by pi times the height. Now the first equation reads 1 equals r squared. The radius for the first cylinder is 1, since 1 times 1 equals 1. Now the equation for the second cylinder reads 4 equals r squared. The radius for the second cylinder is 2, since 2 times 2 equals 4. The equation for the third cylinder now reads 9 equals r squared. and the radius for the third cylinder is 3, since 3 times 3 equals 9. Problem number 4 from 8th grade, Unit 5, Lesson 13. A gas company's delivery truck has a cylindrical tank that is 14 feet in diameter and 40 feet long. A. Sketch the tank and mark the radius and the height. B. How much gas can fit in the tank? To find out how much gas fits in the tank, we need to find the volume of the cylinder, or the volume of the tank. And we can do this by multiplying pi times 7 squared times 40. Using 3.14 to represent pi, the volume of the tank is 6,154 4/10 cubic feet. Problem number 5 from 8th grade, Unit 5, Lesson 5. Here is a graph that shows the water height of the ocean between September 22nd and September 24th, 2016 in Bodega Bay, California. A. Estimate the water height at 12 p.m. on September 22nd. First, locate September 22nd along the horizontal axis, or the x-axis, and along the same axis locate 12 p.m. Slide up to the graph and put a point on the line. I estimate that the water height in feet is approximately 3.5 feet or 3.5 feet. B. How many times was the water height 5 feet? Find 2 times when this happens. First, find 5 feet along the vertical axis or the y-axis, and you can see where the line of the graph actually passes through 5 feet 4 different times. I plotted those 4 points in blue. Approximately 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. on September 22nd, the water level passed 5 feet, and approximately 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on September 23rd, where the water level passed 5 feet. C. What was the lowest point the water got during this time period? When does this occur? The lowest point the water reached looks like it was less than half, maybe about 1/4 of a foot. The lowest point looks like it occurred just before September 23rd at 12 a.m., which would be 12 midnight. So it probably occurred the day before, which would be September 22nd, right around 11 o'clock p.m. D. Does the water ever reach a height of 6 feet? Take a close look at the top of the graph, and you see 6 feet. The highest point of the graph is just under 6 feet, so no, the water never reached 6 feet.
Help me disrupt YouTube's algorithm by liking this video, commenting on this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel. Thanks. I appreciate it.